Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all back to a hat in time, where if we're playing this game, you know exactly what's coming next, don't you, everyone? That's right, everyone. It's time for the 6th and final episode, technically 7th if you include the bonus episode, of Trigger Hatty Havoc. So this is it. The grand finale. Words cannot describe how I feel right now as the mod creator, but I'll try. On one hand, it's a great feeling of accomplishment getting this mod series to completion. Most people would have probably given up when things get difficult or annoying. The fact that I can say I didn't do that, the feeling of seeing something through to the end, it feels great. But that itself isn't a description that cuts it. On the other hand, it's over. The mod is released. Aside from maybe other bug fixes, this is the end. I can't take the series any further. I like making these levels, seeing people enjoy what I crafted, but now I gotta move on, I guess. Thanks for sticking to the end. More than welcome to Rukia. Well, I love this and I can't wait to see how this works. At this point, I'm assuming you've played all the prior trials. If you haven't, stop playing this level and go through the others. This won't make any other sense otherwise. I suppose I can't stop you from going out of order, though. But you'll ruin it for yourself if you do. Let's recap each trial in case it's been a while. Trial 1. Timmy trips on the Mafia boss's bottle, shattering it. 14 remain. Trial 2. Core pecks the badge seller to death. 12 remain. Trial 3. Hat Kid gets framed for murder, but was in on it as part of an agreement with the minion. The Goofy Mafia and the Tourist broke the rules, giving Snatcher this opportunity. 9 remain. The B-plot gets introduced. Timmy has been saving the world shortly after his execution alongside Thor, the inventor. Mafia Town was, relatively, fixed shortly after Timmy got there. The ocean was dealt with during Trial 2. The Alps/Desert during Trial 3. Characters get rewritten via timeline collision if they die and their respective area isn't cleared yet. This can result in alternate version of them running around. Trial 4. Cooking Cat dies from plant monsters and the minion finally snapped. No one was guilty. End result, the minion and Nomad became accomplices to ending the game. 8 remain. B-plot. The metro gets cleared. More characters join up to fix everything. Trial 5. The owl and the penguin get killed because Snatcher used death wish contracts to control the directors. The blackened varies on your choice of dead bird winner. The award winner and the boss of Chapter 2 becomes blackened. 5 remain. B-plot. The group investigates a murder on the Science Express. Then Vanessa shows up and is scary. To fix this, they must find Tim, CEO of Time, or Hat Adult. Trial AE. Hat Kid is on Earth because I like crossovers too much, and there'd be no plot if she instantly just fixed everything. That about covers them. So now... I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing with these. I just enjoy it too much. So you know that the gimmick for the last trial was your route is determined by a variable from an in-game choice. You can choose your route. Still recommend going through both, but I put a bunch of work in this mod and it'd be a shame not to see them all. Pick a survivor. Conductor. I remember Conductor was the primary survivor. In case you skipped the Trial 5 director's commentary, this is considered by me the canon route. There will also be some gag segments in between to try and lighten the mood a bit as well. Also, any scenes that play out exactly the same in both routes, particularly the ones that are long and are skippable. And the chronological order of events varies as well, depending on the first route. You'll be going through either the main trial or the B-plot through first. The voice acting for Thor and Vanessa will be different as both actors resigned from their roles requiring replacement. Similar complications apply to Empress and the Minion. Really? The Minion? The Minion was amazing. Lastly, because the file sizes have limits, the lighting in some areas looks bad if not set to high performance, as lighting being processed for this level would push it past the limit, preventing it from cooking. As such, would be unreleasable. You can go into the advanced graphical settings to change that. I probably should do that now. Lighting, environmental lighting / shadow quality, high performance. Good, I did get the right one. Kira, are you goddamn serious with that? Alright. There's also Hat Kid's adventures outside of court. This time, it's a pretty heavy focus, so it's practically unavoidable. Depending on route, you will be seeing it within the next few minutes with no interruptions or after the main trial. This is because the time of events is different. Anything that's static en route, in other words, it doesn't change, can be skipped. Want to see what she's up to right now? It's pretty important to the plot. Sure! I'll always start with the B-plot. Subcon will be a real doozy, so you'd better be prepared.
So, do you need a recap of the battle strategy?
That is a very different voice for Thor. You already got it. You already got it. Vanessa will return to her manor to revive the Frozen. She's a magic attacker, so she can deal damage. But backup would help her increase her chances. That's the Nakusa's job.
I'm pretty sure associating myself with criminals wouldn't be good for my reputation.
I mean...
You still
fair.
have one of those to lose.
The distraction team needs to cause an immense amount of collateral damage in as shorter time as possible to keep them away from your main
All
group.
you gotta do is make spaghetti. Right here.
Okay.
Yummy!
I get it! The pecking seal is going to be bloody making spaghetti. Wow, that is a distraction. Hopefully there's still some forest left to save after that. Regardless, everyone else will need to push forward to the Moonjumper, with the exception of the Owl, who's not great at combat and is still developing the teleporter. If people are struck by those things and become Moonjumper's puppets, they'll need to be killed to break them free. Overall, though, everyone else besides you and Timmy are expendable.
Alright, the plan's set. We will sail in a few hours. One more. It's the owl calling.
Guys,
Very loud sound effect.
Meet me at the Science Express.
Okay. Or you could sail now, or just use your spaceship like you usually do to get there faster.
To the ship.
Good news, everyone!
Okay. Did he figure out where the killing game is taking place?
Yes. Also no, but I'm getting there.
How is it yes and no? Well, it's progress at least.
It wasn't really my idea for a starting point. The smartest being in the universe gave it to me.
Who's that? And that is...
Backer B.
What?
Come again?
I love how even then, they don't agree with it. Trial 5, Owl and Backer B's support conversation.
I would like to request assistance in creating the teleporter I'm working on.
Alright.
Not to rain on your parade, but you're seriously asking the wrong person for this.
Yeah?
Years of research went into this. Are you certain you're not selling yourself short?
I like throwing exploding potions and blowing things up because it's fun. The only reason I joined was boredom. I'm not an idiot, but I think you need to redo your calculations because I'm not a super genius.
Huh.
So you wouldn't know how to turn a TV into some form of teleportation device?
Have you tried throwing a timepiece at it to see if it makes a rift?
Wait, I think you're onto something.
I remember this now.
Emphasize the point that I'm not good at this. Don't actually do that.
No, you're definitely onto something. I gotta look into this. Stat!
Oh, boy. Please don't tell me you did that.
No need to worry. I didn't even have a timepiece on hand.
Okay, that's good,
Okay, good.
But it wouldn't be necessary if multiple TVs were already hit before, meaning the rift was already there.
Huh.
You're seriously saying that the killing game happened in TV land because a bunch of TVs got smashed up by timepieces and sucked up a bunch of people near the TVs at the time?
Near a TV at the time. TVs are connected by a network, and most tech nowadays is connected too, like TVs to internet.
Right.
Paul already informed me of this discovery when looking for clues.
Okay. Core was useful at detecting things?
Without Backer A's healing after I got stabbed and Backer B's suggestion, none of this would have been possible, because I'd be clueless. Or dead.
I mean...
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Huh.
I think you're giving me too much credit. Anyone could have healed you, right?
Maybe. Besides Cooking Cat, who makes food, there is literally no other healer in your group, and Cooking Cat had her hands full at the time.
Wow. I'm not used to being appreciated by anyone besides me.
Huh. Well, you deserve
I
it.
never thought I'd see the day we actually become important characters. I think I might cry.
I'm just... Wow.
Aww.
So, you said something about Ka?
He should be here short.
Sorry I'm late, fellow weird people.
Fellow weird people. That is the most accurate hello fellow insert noun here phrase he's ever said.
The other agents get details like, what is your favorite genre of book to read again? And what kind of restaurant do you like visiting?
Uh-huh. Why are they asking things like that?
Not sure. On a completely unrelated note, the Owler requested I come here to divulge information about my findings.
Good. What are they? You're not used to taking Core seriously. Who is this and what have they done with them?
Remember when I asked you earlier?
Trial 5. Core and Hat Kid support conversation.
Rose and Conductor Red are quite famous. I'll ask about them. Besides that, there's the courtroom conflict that everyone is in.
Uh-huh. Was that it?
That was all I wanted to ask about. There aren't any updates on the housing situation. Results of this inquiry were oddly fruitful. Though I must say, I didn't quite like what I'd heard.
And what's that? Say it. What did he find?
Well, the problem in general is that multiple channels were acting up. I brought it up with the detective named Sam.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps this will help me locate the Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Who was completely unhelpful, so I asked the Fish Dude and Sandworm.
Right.
Oh yeah, that show was gnarly. I should know, because we were in it. Dude, imagine 4 heroes going on an adventure, like in all those fantasy stories with the crystals.
It was at that point I was able to get the knowledge to just ask the owl, since he was there and is the easiest to understand what the heck he's actually saying.
I'm sorry my voice acting is that bad. I am sorry, alright? I know it's not the best, but yeah.
The channels acting up were the ones I had to go through to get back here. The trek out here wasn't instant. It took hours.
Huh.
However, asking about the killing game and the celebrities yielded even stranger results. Apparently, the killing game is available to watch 24/7 on one of the channels. Channel Z. And it's live!
Huh?
It seems the cameras were already there to begin with. The same applies to the other channels as well. It seems the rifts are amalgamations of TV settings, and the internet's slowly seeping through too.
Huh. You better hurry and fix this before the internet takes any... Yeah, I just see 34 and I'm already laughing. You better hurry and fix this before the internet takes any possible shred of innocence from the TV. You're not old enough to see 34 yet, and God help us if any of those fan fictions start seeping in too.
This is a PG mod. Except maybe Trial 4.
No way that's gonna happen.
Okay, good. You really don't want to see what happens in argument armament, especially not with old grandpa birds. TV's bad enough, but if timeline corruption spreads to the net, we're all screwed. This will be harder to fix than exclusively being on one planet, especially since Spectre TV and Channel Z sound very foreign. But if you can detect where the center is, you might stand a better chance.
Can I ask, if everyone in the killing game was sucked into the TV, how did some of those guys get in there? The Alps doesn't have TV.
That is an extremely good question. Yeah, but the cruise ship did, and time's wonky as crap.
A few people recorded it using cameras on their phones and recording software on computers. It's awkward how old I feel still using a VHS. Regardless, it made going through and figuring out exactly what was going on much easier. Though I was speechless.
Speechless about? Was it meant to be flickering then?
I don't want to remember that. I need to go.
He's been like this all day. Can't say I blame him.
Did he remember his murder or something? Okay, you guess. Anything else you should know?
I have a hypothesis or two for why the courtroom changes so often, but it's got no evidence for or against it, so...
Well, I mean, if it's got no evidence against it, you might as well spill it.
Say it, it'll probably be true. It's the law of conservation of detail.
I think the further from the core holding the place together you get, the more unstable it'll be. The trial grounds are very far underground. I think that's why it's changing so much.
Huh, okay. What'll happen if it gets too unstable?
I was hoping you knew. Regardless, the perfected tea porter, don't steal the name, it's not trademarked yet, will take a while to finish. A few weeks at best, months at worst. But if the world hates me, which it does, it'll likely take even longer. If someone on the other side was working from their end, the time it'd take would be significantly reduced, but...
yeah. How many contestants in the game are left?
Watch the TV yourself to find out. It'll probably answer all your questions faster than I can.
Fair. Right, duh. There are a few scenes added before the trial to add some context. You should watch them at least once, especially since they're really flocking important. Rukia, it should be pecking important. You should be using the language of the game itself, at least. It's the final episode. The climax is coming soon. You want to see him? Of course I do. Here we go. 2 days after Trial 5 in the kitchen. Well, this already sounds hilarious. ...
Well, it'll take forever for this place to get quiet again. Great. I wanted to take an aspirin for breakfast anyway.
You ask her to pass the aspirin over to you since you don't have earmuffs on you to block it out. Mustache pulls out an obnoxiously large bottle of aspirin. Overkill much?
Yep. Okay, aside from that, I have a question to ask.
What's that?
Please, can it wait until the headache goes away and my ears stop feeling like they're gonna bleed? Did you sleep on the wrong side of the bed this morning? Oh, I slept face down last night.
Uh-huh. Ooh, ouch. The Nomad closes in to whisper to both of them, though honestly, that's probably not necessary.
We're taking on Snatcher soon, and we've got a plan, but we need your help. You in?
I mean, obviously.
Define soon. About 2 or 3 days. We've got the idea of what to do, but not the specifics yet. Not until we can confirm if you'll help. Oh, I see what that loud bird's doing now. Nice distraction.
Is he doing that on purpose, or is that...
How about you?
You are ready to beat the peck out of Snatcher. You're in.
Great. That's all of us then. Our secret meeting spot is the sauna, or spa, or whatever. It's too steamy for cameras to see what's happening.
Huh.
Secret made-up spot, huh? I didn't take you for the more devious type.
I really still love that voice. Whoever voices Penelope. It is goddamn amazing.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
What time?
Can't all meet at once, or Snatcher will notice, so I won't be there. Conductor will be waiting there around lunchtime. Above all else, don't act suspicious. So maybe be an hour early.
Alright, fair. You're an actor. You got this.
I'm always suspicious.
No surprise
So
there.
I don't think it'd be weird. I guess. Hope the meeting goes well. Yep.
He can stop now.
Okay, are they gonna shut up now, or we might want to just leave?
Hope they'll be done in less than 4 hours. Around lunchtime, 4 hours later in the sauna.
Okay, he's supposed to be here.
You hope that you didn't get stood up.
Good. I didn't screw up my throat for nothing.
How long were you yelling at him for?
2 pecking long.
So what's the plan?
Oh, yeah. I gotta explain stuff, too. Ow.
This isn't gonna go well. This isn't gonna go well like this.
Check inside the TV. That should help.
You're assuming it's in the back?
Yep, found it. Step 1, recruit all possible help. Step 2, prepare weapons and artillery. Snatcher's weakness is blue liquid, so Mustache Girl's expertise with spray paint would be advised.
Fair.
Looks like you guys need me. Sweet. I love coming up with attack strategies. First, we'll spray him in the eyes with that blue paint, blinding him. Then we'll...
Hold up. You're getting ahead of yourself here. Read the other steps.
Fair.
Fine. Step 3, plan an attack strategy. Go over this alongside step 2. See what's available to us before making a plan in case that plan requires something we don't have. But improvising can be equally effective sometimes.
Okay.
Good point. Step 4, burn the contract? What?
Huh?
It's a long story. The minion's contract is what it's referring to.
Oh, we're gonna kill the minion too? Awesome! One less thing to worry about.
Huh.
Yeah, about that, read step 5.
Okay.
5, hide the dweller. Wait, what?
Dwellers are minions without bodies. They look like masked pool noodles.
So they're not gonna actually die? Well, how's that gonna help? They'll just come back to somehow screw up everything.
We'll get there.
I'm starting to have doubts this'll go well. You guys definitely need me to come up with a plan.
Huh. Step 6. Pretend to investigate. Optional, but recommended. Search areas where Snatcher tampered with evidence or likely started a problem. If you have questions, ask me, the minion, for details.
I'm sorry? What?
That's the part I was worried about.
I'm sorry, but what?
This isn't gonna be easy to explain.
Minion is betraying Snatcher. That's all you need to say.
This is obviously a trap he and Snatcher are making. Why do you keep falling for this crap?
Hey, it was one time, first of all. Second, he left something for the girl with the bowl.
And that is...
This is the timepiece Snatcher stole from you, correct? It should be. He gave the other one to Hot Loss, I heard.
He did? You're so confused.
Conductor, are you working for those psychos?
Heck no! I want out of this stupid flog fest! But this is our only shot before Snatcher tries something. I notice there's something missing.
Ugh, why can't it ever be as simple as good versus evil?
Because you're evil!
Why is there always grey morality involved?
Because that's existence, okay? That's just existence. What went missing?
You know how Hot Loss signed your souls away?
Oh, he heard about that.
Kid, signing yourself away should have been a red flag. Or 20.
Is this about that death wish thing she kept complaining about dying over, trying to get shirts for?
Yep, that's the one. And it's the entire reason Last Trial happened.
Somehow the ability to run around in a queenie dress for adventures makes the sacrifice feel worth it. No, it was not.
Are you telling me that Snatcher controlling us was her fault?
Yes. Well, based on the insistent complaining about the mafia boss is so unfair, I can't dodge anything, the directors keep running me over with a jabillion cars, and Mustache Girl keeps shield slamming, it checks out. None of that makes sense to you because Snatcher says Death Wish can't be co-opted, but...
Is this garbage actually true?
Allow me to answer that with a question. Did you, without explanation, feel less empty around dinner time, shortly after the last trial? those contracts got burnt, so our souls returned to us.
That's accurate.
Alright then.
I don't blame you for not trusting the minion. I'm still keeping my eye out for him. But we can't keep this up forever. Snatcher's gonna just kill us all sooner or later.
Yeah, very
Good
true.
point.
So, wait, you're gonna have to cooperate with the minion. The same one that got Hat Kit executed. You're not gonna like this, but it's not like you have a lot of options.
There should be more steps.
Step 7. Expose Snatcher's manipulations. I didn't really do a great job cleaning up his evidence.
Fair. Snatcher's been really sketchy ever since everything started. You still don't know why he was in the kitchen witnessing the murder instead of doing that with the cameras.
I heard he's been trying to kill Hot Lass from the start, and his first plan was to use the Death Wish contracts.
The mafia boss was in the kitchen and somehow wormed their way in despite constantly being kicked out by Cooking Cat. And with the contracts being able to control people, that means...
Snatcher wanted the mafia boss in the kitchen.
Apparently, that was step 1 of his plan, and he never got around to luring Hot Lass there and sealing all possible exits until one of them was dead. Because Timmy was still in there and nobody noticed, then flopped on top of the stupid jar.
Huh. He's mute, even for your standards. Of course nobody heard him coming at all.
Because he never got that far, there's not much evidence for it.
Hey, question. That lab explosion that nearly splattered the owl, did we ever discuss exactly why the machine blew up?
I don't think so.
Exploding plant monster.
Oh, yeah. Why did it become active and blow up?
We don't know.
Trials 1, 3, and 5 are confirmed to be rigged now, and 4 is uncertain. What about 2?
Trial 2 seems to be the only one we can confirm Snatcher didn't have a direct, non-motive related involvement in. You can thank the minion for this info later.
Alright.
The longer I have to deal with this garbage, the more I want to pelt him with a brick, Home Alone style.
That's pretty tame compared...
Or I start setting him on fire with a flamethrower until he begs for mercy. Then blow him to smithereens with TNT.
This is more what we expect.
Plasm for pocket money. Oh, and we'll pour salt all over the wounds until he cries. That'll show him not to mess with us ever again.
That's more what we expect. That's better. It's weird when she's not sounding extremely violent.
Well, if I need someone to play the part of a murderer in a slasher film, I know who to call.
Yeah, you do. You asked not to be the murderer victim in that movie. Also, you're all sidetracking really bad right now. Step 8. Attack once his morale is down, / while he's in shock from being exposed. None of us want to die. To limit this, we should attack during an advantage where he's reeling from something. It would be preferable if he was close enough to whoever can instantly incapacitate him. If that can be any of us, find out how.
Let's see. Bodily harm isn't the fastest make him not affect any more option. Not unless it's an insta-kill. So, it would have to be... tying him up, blinding him, or an insta-kill.
Huh. Alright.
I don't think that last one is an option available to us. Even though that'd be my pick. But whatever, I digress. Tying would be hard since he'd have time to resist.
Yeah.
And might just blast his way free anyway.
Yeah. His teleporting doesn't help.
Blinding him is the way to go. Then we kick him until he dies.
Fair.
That's step 9.
Step 9. Kill him. Fast. He's undead, so conventional methods are not gonna cut it.
What are we supposed to do then? Knock him out repeatedly until this whole thing blows over? That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, no kidding.
But still thinking of options. If we had an exorcist, that'd be easy.
Right.
It'd be nice if you could just chuck him out of the building or something.
Or if we threw him into something that can make him stay down.
Okay, that's the rough idea of the plan. Anything you want to add?
They toss ideas around for a bit and alter the plan accordingly. Alright. The next day in the library.
Okay, let's see. Rulebooks 1, 2, and V3.
Okay.
Okay, so... I get why the storybooks from the time rifts are here, but why are there killing game rulebooks exactly?
Hmm?
We're in a time rift, so those books make sense. So what's the explanation for those?
Uh-huh.
I didn't think about that.
I understand why whoever voiced the minion might have quit, because it was a bit quiet compared to others, but it just sounded so nice, the other minion. I'm not saying this one's bad at all, I'm really not trying to say that, but I suppose it's more of a case of once you've listened to the same voice enough times, it just becomes iconic to the character. It's so hard to change a new character. It changed to a different voice. So I give credit to the people who are brave enough to take up the role.
Well, there must be an explanation. It can't have come from nowhere, right?
Uh-huh. The Nomad pulls out another book.
Another one?
No, just continuing from part 1 of the part 2 set. It's really interesting. You should watch it.
Huh.
Sure, I'll watch a book.
I thought it was weird at first too, but almost every book here is like that. So I thought it was enchanted or something.
Odd, but okay.
No. That should definitely not be happening. Let me see.
Do you not want to go to the prom with me? If you don't want to go, just tell me. I'll understand.
Oh, what a relief! Because I don't...
What? Why? I don't believe this! I knew it! I knew it!
What? Did I hear Scooby?
Stop breaking the cemetery!
Yeah, I heard Scooby. They proceed to watch the book entitled The Curse of the Crystal Globe.
So first,
Cove.
we'll impale them with as many pointy weapons as we can get. Then we'll gouge out their...
Guys, there's movies and TV shows in the library.
Alright, that came quick.
Making a dent.
Movies in the library?
What's the big deal?
Movie night. Woo!
Must be bored out of his mind if he's that excited. Okay, yeah, there's not much to do around here.
No, I bet there isn't.
Yeah, there really isn't anything interesting to do in this building.
Why didn't you hear about this sooner?
So apparently, some of the books in the library are live. This one.
The book is a portable TV set?
That's so weird. Reading is finally interesting. Yay! I could name you so many book series I would love to see as a movie series. Or a TV series, or whatever.
Hey, just because you hate recreational reading doesn't mean it's boring. You both think I'm boring, don't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yep.
Do you want to watch Scooby-Doo or not?
Only if Fred and Daphne are interesting this time.
You're in luck. It's a Crystal Cove one.
They actually made them interesting?
I think you guys are missing the point here. Why is a book of all things acting like this?
Yeah, I think that is actually a really good question. I just goddamn love this series.
I feel like that's very important, even if we don't know this very second what it means. I'll have to think on it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about TV, so
Leave it to me.
Alright. Wanna watch Scooby-Doo?
Nah, I think I'll pass.
Really?
if I get to the part where Velma breaks the cemetery or where everything explodes, I'm in. Or
Why didn't anyone tell me the library had movies and shows to watch until now?
You ask him if he'd join in for Scooby-Doo.
That's a pretty basic choice.
Conductor looks at Nomad, as if knowing immediately they recommended it.
anyone else want to say I'm dull as dishwater today?
History Incorporated. That's the good one.
Alright, what's going on here that everybody's in the same room looking all happy and excited?
Did you just come through the goddamn wall?
What? Are you guys plotting something?
No, but you'll ruin it somehow.
Snatcher, we finally have a show to watch. Don't ruin this for me!
What the heck are you talking about?
The Nomad annoyedly hands over the book.
What the?
Snatcher's not the one behind this, that's for certain. But if you say he did, then it's fair game to use it, because otherwise, why did he make it?
Yeah, of course I made these. They're, for my entertainment.
Then why not keep them in the control room he basically lives in?
Because there's almost no room in it.
Huh. You don't buy that.
Look, These are my shows and movies, okay? Keep your hands off them.
No. Then why did he open up the library?
Because shut up.
Come on.
There goes that option.
Snatcher ruins everything. What else is new?
Well, that feels bad. The next day, spa.
Okay. It's time.
Ready?
Alright. The minion throws the contract into the fire. The minion's soul The minion throws the contract into the fire. The minion's soul leaving his body. The body he once possessed falls limp on the floor like a rag doll.
Where should I put the body?
Leave it there.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, I thought dwellers couldn't speak.
Wait, I can... You're hearing me... Huh?
Huh. Editor's note. The dwellers in the final version of the game don't speak or have dialogue unless it's very, very original It's the very, very original patch, where one of them spoke. Before that, back in the era of the Moonjumper, dwellers could talk just fine. Minions didn't exist as NPCs at that point, since Snatcher didn't adopt Moonjumper's role by that point of development.
Must be a timeline thing?
Maybe...
Alright, into the hiding spot.
I love how much we learn about the beta development of this game just from this as well. About a day later, spa.
Okay, I need a shower.
Why does she shower with her clothes on?
Saves up on laundry.
That surprisingly makes sense. They enter the sauna.
Finally, congratulations!
Huh? Wait, what?
So, change to the formula here. Since there's almost nobody here anymore, I'm lowering the witness requirements to 1 for the upcoming trials.
Okay.
Okay, so... Actually, screw it. I was gonna give the first person who's not the blackened confirmation on something. But since you both showed up at the same time, I don't need to confirm who's innocent.
Okay.
A body has been discovered in the sauna. Get over here right now. I've got an important update for you all.
You're really getting desperate, aren't you, Snatcher? That's what it feels like. Alright, trial's about to start. Who are these people? The characters are as follows. Actually, never mind, you already know that, already know everyone that's still here, yeah? Trial's about to start. Ah! You weren't gonna do it again? Fine. Show me the evidence. What evidence would you like to look at? Bloody hallway. Bloody hallway. The hallway discussed in Trial 5, that was a red herring. There's no explanation for where it came from, officially. The minion, and by extension at this point, everyone knows that it came from the Mafia goof and tourists' blood, spilled by the Snatcher to frame Hat Kid during Trial 3. Why is that evidence here? Red-coated knife. The knife from Trial 1, that was fake evidence. Snatcher put it there to screw with everyone. The original plan was to have the Mafia boss kill the Hat Kid in the kitchen via the Death Wish contract manipulation or vice versa, causing her to become the Blackened, still dying. But Timmy unintentionally ruined the plan by tripping into the jar and smashing the Mafia boss into a cajillion pieces. Okay. When that happened, the Snatcher couldn't go with the plan anymore. Alright, what are the motives? Motives! Several motives were thrown at the survivors. Again, let's be honest, this evidence is completely worthless at this point. Snatcher file. The minion was found dead in the sauna. Time and cause of death are unknown. More options. Class trial rules. Rules are as follows. Rule 1. No leaving the building. 2. Some limits are off limits from 10 PM to 7 AM. 3. You may only sleep in designated rooms, like a dorm room. Sleeping anywhere else is a violation. Addendum. Being drugged isn't the same thing. Do not bring this up as evidence. It will not work. 4. You can roam the building with minimal restrictions. 5. No attacking Snatcher. 6. Killing gets you blackened. Avoid everyone knowing you did it to leave. Announcements are made when 3 other people find out. The culprit does not add to this counter. 7. Snatcher survivors must attend the trials. 8. No breaking into locked rooms. 9. Save some for everyone. Culprits can only kill 2 or less people. 10. Accomplices get nothing. Only the murderer. 11. In the event multiple murders occur, the only one that matters is the first killer. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. State of the body. The body of the minion looked like a brown ragged ragdoll thing. The body itself looks undamaged. There's no blood either. Do they have blood? Library shows. Library shows. The library had several books ranging from time rift stories to TV shows and movies to actual books. Snatcher's manipulation. Snatcher was caught controlling both directors a while ago, causing Trial 5 to occur. Everyone was peeved upon learning this. BDA. The BDA did not go off until well after every person had already seen Minion's body. Okay. Tape recorder. A tape recorder with some lines recorded for a general I'm about to take down a horrible criminal feel. What? A tape recorder with some lines recorded for a general I'm about to take down a horrible criminal feel. Sounds like a young male vigilante, which doesn't sound like anyone here. Ha! Painting frame. Extremely fancy frame. Makes you want to jump into a whole other world. Very burnable. Isn't that what dwellers live in as well? Alright, let's do this thing. Ready? Great, let's get this finale started.
This is getting interesting, isn't it? Only 4 of you are left now. You already know how this rodeo goes. Solve the mystery or die. Have fun?
Alright.
The murder mystery to the professionals.
Okay.
Okay, so where do we start? Well, the motives are probably pointless. The only one that actually worked was in Trial 2.
Huh.
Junko makes this despair crap look easy. Apparently it isn't.
I love that.
Did someone say despair?
The fuck? She's actually here? Sorry. The peck? She's actually here?
Is that a cardboard cutout of Junko with a radio taped to it?
Yeah, I heard it's tradition to just awkwardly shove her into Trial 6, so I'm trying to beat the status quo.
Okay, yeah, you know what? That's perfectly fair. You know, I don't blame you for that.
Better than that.
Alright, let's just ignore that horrible mistake and get the trial started proper, huh?
I love how you're trying to be traditional, Snatcher. I really do. Okay, but where to start?
Well, alibis will be hard to come up with if there's no time of death, so that's a good starting point.
Alright.
The time of death isn't listed, so how do we figure that out?
That's an extremely good question. Can we?
That actually might be impossible.
Huh.
How about the murder weapon?
Well, considering the noose didn't work the first time, I doubt physical trauma is the cause of death.
And there was a bonfire there, so it's likely that some form of exorcism occurred. Unfortunately, the only method you remember involves fancy painting sacrifices.
Oh yeah, I gotta write that down as a murder option for the Impress and Mafia for later. Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
There's an upset spirit given a body, so an exorcism is the most likely option. I don't know the details of any exorcisms, though.
Huh. You only know the one that got rid of the fire spirits.
Can't you just sub in whatever old painting you want? Or must it be a sacrifice?
You were definitely given the sacrifice implication, but those spirits were very inconsistent about burning bright. Insistent about burning bright or something. So maybe it could still work with mediocre children's drawings. That's technically art too.
Okay, gonna have to clear this up. It must include a sacrifice. So no, it's not that specific method of exorcism.
Okay. Then what's up with the bonfire?
Look, I'm not researching every possible way spirits can get exorcised in my spare time, okay? I don't know the specifics, I just saw them do it.
Alright.
So, it's definitely an exorcism.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving on.
Okay, let's try other avenues of discussion. Maybe we'll figure out the time then.
Okay. This is it. The beginning of the end. We gotta naturally bring up all our... We gotta naturally bring up all of our points over time and put him under pressure slowly. Let's do this. Important. Do not skip the next text box. All debates from here onward operate like this. Use the Z, X, and C keys to swap your current evidence pit. Hit W to fire. Don't forget the controls, you're only told them once. Shoot the orange text to counter, shoot the blue text to agree. You can't shoot white text. To continue, you must have the right evidence selected and hit the W while a weak spot is stated. It's a bit experimental, but for those with you with QWERTY keyboards, you can hit Y. Y in Z's place. QWERTY? Oh. Okay. I didn't know there was a different type of keyboard. Snatcher file, BDA, class rules. There's almost no evidence.
I'm not sure if any of our normal deduction methods will help either.
Alright.
The BDA was useless because the angry Red Loss and Bullchild went in at the exact same time.
Fair. Oops.
The class trial rules don't seem useful either. He was Snatcher's minion. He had a lot of restrictions removed from him.
Very true. The Snatcher file didn't give any concrete information either.
Everything we consistently relied on is useless in this case.
Well, maybe one of them is still useful. Really? That's here?
Hi. You needed more help with the debates?
I love how you're here.
Zombie crisis! I have to tolerate that, I'm afraid. I'm kind of in the middle of this mod's crossover plot, so if you're wondering where me, Cadence, Dan Toro, and Regina are, well, we're in zombie-infested America.
Why in America?
In Canada or something, and now we have to go there because the crossover plot said so.
Alright.
Rookie, I know this is a crappy crossover fanfic, but we can try a lot harder to give us a good reason to make this Death Road to Canada reference.
Alright. Monica, this part wasn't even supposed to be mentioned because I barely put anything into it by comparison to the other two crossover subpoints. But when writing who went where, I figured TV Land would be somewhere you specifically wouldn't want to go.
At least you thought that part through. And it's not a part of the main plot, so I guess I can let it slide. For now. But don't think me calling you out makes this cop-out okay. Okay?
Alright.
Okay, so the BDA, rules, and file are common information sources in these trials. But none of them seem helpful in lowering the suspect pool. Perhaps you can use them to deduce something else, though? And if you have to brute force it, you realistically only have 3 options. Like, why would you use the BDA to prove the class trial rules have use yet?
Alright, you know what, that's fair.
Tip of the debate.
Alright, thanks, Monica. Well, I'm gonna love the fact that you're there, because I'm gonna talk to you every time just to see what you gotta
I'm not sure
say.
if any of our normal deduction methods will help either.
The BDA was useless because...
You know what? Might as well do that. Brute force. Why not? Apparently it worked.
Okay, maybe not everything we relied on is useless.
Why?
What do you mean?
There's something I want to ask. How often do you all go into the spa?
Very true.
At least once a day.
Same.
Yep.
Okay. When was the last time anyone saw the minion alive?
Okay.
I think it was when Snatcher ruined movie night.
I love how that's a phrase. Same.
I didn't see him since then.
So it's safe to assume that the minion died in the spa shortly afterwards. Or the following day.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. The BDA should have gone off sooner if he had died and was found in there by that point, but he wasn't officially discovered until a little bit ago.
That's what's
Alright.
bothering me. Did you guys see the body? It was the ragdoll, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
How could you miss it? It's not exactly hidden. Not unless in the middle of the room in plain sight is considered hidden.
I mean, for some people it could be. I mean, I probably could miss that.
Snatcher? What's the deal with that?
The obvious answer is that Snatcher discovered the body last.
Okay, look, steam keeps fogging up the lens, okay? I can't see anything like that.
Uh-huh.
So there's no cameras in there?
I just listen in.
Do you?
So you still know who it is?
Of course.
Hmm.
Don't you believe me?
No.
When have I ever believed you?
Very good question.
Touché.
You notice that he didn't really address the question properly, but considering that But considering that putting him under stress more and more over time has been the point of your plan, you're assuming that this is actually a good sign.
So, there's a possibility Snatcher doesn't know.
Hey, Snatcher? Mind throwing us a bone? We don't really have any good leads.
Alright.
That's not how trial balance works. There's almost nobody left and lots of rooms. Of course it's going to be harder.
Very true.
You know, maybe Snatcher killed a minion. I mean, the rest of us can't pull it off, but he could.
That's
Excuse
true.
me? I mean, yeah, I could kill him easily, but not with an exorcism. I'm a spirit myself. That'd be like an undead white mage healing itself. It doesn't work quite right.
You know what, fair. If you remember correctly, the Forgotten Children showed minions signing contracts to get their bodies.
On the right track, kid. Here's the thing, though. If I did that, there would be a dweller left behind, so it couldn't be that.
Huh. He has a point.
What if it was that other person?
Other person?
That might actually be true.
Heh. Got him where I want him. There's someone else here?
Pretty sure. None of you sound like what I heard. I don't know how they got in, but they're not getting out, I can guarantee that.
Wait, there's someone else here? None of you sound like what I heard.
Is it a rescue party?
I assure you, you're not getting rescued.
Alright.
This might explain some of the odd things we saw during the investigation.
Like what? This is really getting interesting. I really like where this plot is going. State of the body, red-coated knife, bloody hallway.
There is a lot we don't have answers for. Are you referring to the lack of injuries on the body?
Alright, that'd be
the
state
lack
of
of
body.
injuries is likely from the exorcism. I'm more focused on other rooms outside of the spa.
Okay, so the hallway. The rooms look very similar to before, though.
You're missing the point, Loss. How would things be different if there was another person here we don't know about?
They could probably add fake evidence, but why would they do that?
Because they're bored?
That's not good enough. There wasn't really any evidence outside the rooms either, so...
I mean, there's the bloody hallway. How to word this? Monica's tips!
Need help? Okay, let's see. Which debate are you at? Okay, got it.
I just want to
This
listen
might
to you.
be a bit tricky since it's meant to bring up a topic they want brought up as part of their plan instead of a deduction to lower the pool of suspects.
Alright.
Though, if you pay close attention to who you're playing as, then rewatch the trial, you might be able to narrow it down.
Alright, say that again. Though if you pay close attention... Alright.
That's not good enough. First, keep in mind that our finalists planned this out in advance as best they could. Good luck.
No problem, Monica. Thanks for the tip.
There is a lot we don't have answers for. Are you referring to the lack of injuries on the body?
The lack of injuries is likely from the exorcism. I'm more focused on other rooms outside of the spa.
Nope, wrong one. You're telling the truth. Look at the evidence. Heck, I must be off my game. Glitch prevention. Please hold for about 7 seconds. Why am I looking at a pretend watch? There's one right there.
Are you referring to the lack of injuries on the body?
The lack of injuries is likely from the exorcism. I'm more focused on other rooms outside of the spa.
Okay. It's not the state
You're
of the body.
missing the point, Loss. How would things be different if there was another person here we don't know about?
They could probably add fake evidence, but why would they do that?
Because they're bored?
That's not good enough. There wasn't really any...
There we go. The bloody hallway.
There's Lossy.
No, officer, I haven't been drinking.
The hallway.
Wow,
on
the
fourth
random
floor
gag
with the blood.
input.
It must have come from somewhere.
Alright.
Hey, yeah! We never figured that out. Wait, how long do you think they were here?
4th floor hallway. Wait.
Snatcher knows something.
Oh, nothing.
You directly asked Snatcher about the bloodstain. It had nothing to do with Trial 5.
It was fake evidence added from a previous trial.
Aha. The only other trial it could apply to was Trial 4, and you all know how that went.
Crap.
Snatcher, for once just tell us.
Alright.
I plead the fifth.
You've done that before!
Okay. So he's responsible for the stains on the 4th floor, and won't say why. If I recall, the tourist in that dumb mafia died shortly after a party ended, and we didn't get all the details like we did with the other trials.
Fair.
You're saying I did it? Come on! I can't break the rules like that!
Of course you can!
You're serious right now?
Name something proving Snatcher broke the rules. Which were all the trials again? Trial 5 was the... Trial 3 was when he killed the two of them, I think. Trial 4 was, Trial 5, he technically got he got the conductor and the other one to kill each other. So Trial 4 was... Nope. Name something. Okay, if you're just gonna tell me no. Okay, yes, but try something more recent, overt, and might flow better.
You pled the 5th last trial when we asked you why you were in the gym after luring me and the other picnics there.
And that red-stained knife. Can't forget that.
Okay, I get it. I haven't been as hands-off as I should have been. If I just admit it, will you guys stop bothering me?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
You don't know. I love how we get 4 different
If you
responses.
tried. It's not like you can do anything about this anyway, but yeah, I was responsible for luring the mafia boss to the kitchen for a trap.
Okay. You knew something wasn't adding up with that.
Look, the kid is annoying. I wanted her out of my killing game ASAP. So, yeah, I guess I'm partially responsible for the mafia boss and Timmy dying.
Alright. Finally, that makes sense now. About Trial 3.
That was obviously rigged.
Yep.
Did you bring up the non-unanimous votes thing just so you can just kill Hot Kid and leave the rest of us to suffer?
Pretty much, yeah. And we moved on. I had no issues with it.
I love that, pretty much.
And what about Trial 5? How did you make me do that?
And is this related to me as well?
I'm so glad you asked. You see, the little girl isn't exactly the smartest with law. Or in general. I show her a contract with promise of a reward. She signs, I get what she signed away. I own your souls and minds.
Right.
Come again?
How exactly does she have that kind of authority?
That is an extremely good question. She signed for you as well when you both got to Subcon, so you never really had a reason to think it works differently.
Don't sweat the details. Just know that both of you belong to me. And unless you want me to keep you in that trance for the rest of your pathetic lives, you'll figure out who exercised my minion. Got it?
Okay.
Why can't anything be simple? I guess there's not much of a choice to be made.
Oh, I have no choice, do I?
Glad you finally understand.
Wow, he's actually buying this? What a sod. Heh, he doesn't even know the contracts are burnt. Can't wait to see his face when he realizes how bad he screwed himself. Sounds like Snatcher was responsible for most of the casualties here.
Yeah, honestly, I could have done better with this killing game. The only ones I wasn't directly involved in are my minion, the car agent, the bad seller, and maybe Timmy and the mafia boss, depending on how you look at it.
You know what? I love how he's actually being honest right now.
Come again?
What? Did I say something wrong?
It's more like something you didn't say.
Alright.
Eh?
Who should Snatcher have just mentioned in the category of not directly involved in killing? Did he say core? He said mafia boss. Cooking cat. He should have said cooking cat.
What did you do?
You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
You mentioned not being directly involved with 3 to 5 people dying, despite Cooking Cat's death being an accident. You didn't mention her.
Wow. Wow. Okay, my mind must be all over the place today. Oof.
I love how human Snatcher is getting with this.
I caused the explosion in the lab that was supposed to kill the owl by purposefully getting too close to the test tubes with the shrubs. You gonna fight me?
I would, if I wasn't under contract right now.
Smart girl.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes the thing he's banking on is already a dud. Okay, while we're addressing crap that makes no sense, can you ask about those VHS tapes?
The ones from the second trial's motive?
Yeah, you didn't get one.
That's because we don't know anything about you. I came up with the motive, then made my minion use video editing on the computer so I didn't have to.
Okay.
Those tapes were fake?
They seemed pretty real to me.
Huh.
Nope. You could thank my minion for that.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, at least he's better now.
Well, I think I've gloated enough for now. Get back to solving the case.
Wait.
Okay, let's discuss?
Snatcher's got all of his eggs in one basket right now. His fear of an unknown assailant isn't as high as it could be, but he put his stock in Mustache Girl and Conductor as minions, so you're on the right track. Alright. Interesting how the trial hasn't been changing.
What should we discuss next? I still want to know how they pulled off the exorcism.
Yeah, that's a good
We
one.
could try that again, I suppose.
Again?
Well, it's probably related to the fire. Otherwise, why is it there?
Very
I'm
true.
wondering how they got them to the back of the room with no signs of struggle.
Very
The
good
minion
question.
could still have been brought there. They could have been trapped in something, like a box, then brought to the spot to be killed.
Ah! That's the agreement.
Way too sketchy looking to work.
You don't know if the minion sleeps or can be put to sleep, so you just say for now the options are there. Now to instill Phil into him. You just gotta think the words, though. Monica's tips! I just want to hear Monica again.
Okay, let's see. Which debate is that? Okay, got it. Once again, this is more about screwing Snatcher over rather than solving a mystery. This makes it hard to give hints without giving it away.
I love Monica's
They
tips.
bring up that might help them. I'm sorry. That's the best I have without just saying it. Sorry I couldn't help much, but don't worry. I believe in you.
Don't worry, Monica. I'm pretty sure I've already got it. I just wanted to hear you talk, that's all.
What should we discuss next?
The minion could still...
There we go, trapped. Trapped in a painting frame. Actually, you think you might know what happened to the Dweller. If their soul wound up in one of those special paintings, and the painting was burned, what had happened?
I don't know why he'd leave his body again, but if that were to happen, as you said, the body would be a brown, limp rag doll, and the dweller would be... destroyed.
Are there more of those painting frames around?
There shouldn't be.
Snatcher seems tense. Is it possible that Snatcher can become trapped within one of those paintings under the wrong circumstances?
Of course not. I'm too powerful for a tiny little frame like those anyway.
Really? Jackpot. That is a weakness. Sweet. Oh, I can't wait to start that bonfire. I wonder if I'll get to hear him scream or not. Making progress. So this means that someone got the minion into a frame and burnt them without Snatcher knowing about it. Snatcher's shivering slightly.
You okay there?
Yes, stop asking.
I think we should focus on the trial.
So, question. The Subconite's body wasn't really damaged. So does that mean there's a chance they went there willingly?
Not necessarily. Minions don't exactly get damaged with the provided bodies.
Huh.
So that won't help us.
The body was in the middle of the room, though, so whoever did it was either lazy or is just trying to say something.
She's got a point. I don't think they were trying to hide the fact they did something.
You think it's a warning?
Must be. What else could it be? Okay, we should probably discuss the origin of this mystery assailant, so we might have an idea as to who we're dealing with. Snatcher, anything that might help us?
I don't know. I never saw them on camera. All I did was hear their voice the past couple days.
And what is it?
Hey, question. If we know who the culprit is, and it's the mystery assailant, then why are we still here?
Huh. If we know who the culprit is, and it's a
Because knowledge is power. And I'm not getting back attacked by an exorcist. Especially if they're a pro. If you can figure something out, I'm all for it.
You're
Fair.
relying on us to bail you out?
It's that or die.
I mean, fair.
Okay then, if we have no choice.
Alright. I love how they've really grabbed Snatcher by the balls. If he has any, that is. Alright, what do we have?
We need to figure out what we can about this mysterious assailant. I never heard them, so...
I'm pretty sure nobody heard it, besides Snatcher.
Huh. If that's the case, then that would mean they're not really a threat to you.
What's that mean?
You mean that the target is solely
Hey,
Snatcher?
shut up. If I go down, you come with me.
Isn't there anything? Maybe some background information, like where they came from.
Library shows. We're almost there. Just a little bit, just a bit more. Okay, let's see what he can do. Monica's tips! What do you have to say?
It should be pretty obvious that the finalists are trying to put Snatcher in a bad state of mind.
Yeah?
After all, if you're really scared and really confused, you're probably not going to be very effective at anything.
Very true.
So, what can they bring up that can scare or confuse him further?
Alright.
Goodbye.
Alright, fine. Alright, let's
We
rewatch.
need to figure out what we can about this mysterious assailant.
I'm
I
ready!
never heard them, so...
I think it's a
Pretty sure nobody heard it, besides Snatcher.
unless it's on the tape recorder. I don't remember it being on the tape
What's
recorder.
that mean?
Did they mention the tape recorder? The target is solely Snatcher. That's definitely
Hey,
not
shut up.
anything.
If I go down, you come with me.
Isn't there anything?
There we go! I don't think I've gotten this wrong once. This is a good trial for me.
All right, everyone, the calling card has been set. All that's left is to steal the treasure. Well, it's either you or nothing, so... Not so fast, pancakes! You thought you could just get away with betraying us, huh? Well
got a
played,
gun now.
pancakes. Well played. Ugh, the peck was that about?
That is an extremely good question that I feel should be addressed.
I know.